Hey everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is my first video I made using fast forward, using slides, and heavy editing and voiceover. So it's a little mishmash, but hopefully you'll bear with me and check it out because I've made 3 really cute New Year's cards. And there's a couple different sections. I'll talk you through it. Thanks for tuning in and enjoy the video. Hey everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Thanks for joining in. So I have a couple New Year's cards. They say cheers, and they feature a really cool stamp from Unity Stamp of a woman. She's got her drink in her hand, sitting on a really cute little stool with a really pretty dress on. So I really like this image, and I like the font of the sentiment. This was the first version that I made, and I used Arteza watercolor pencils to color her in, and that turned out fine. And then I put some bling on it, but first I had put these white dots on with my Jelly Roll pen, and I didn't like how that turned out. So then I added the bling, which I think I went a little overboard with the bling, although some people will say you can never have too much bling. So I tried another one because I wanted to make it more clean and simple. And by the way, these backgrounds are using Brutus Monroe aqua pigments. I like to make my backgrounds with them, and then I just let them dry, and they turn out really nice. I just combine some colors that I think will combine together well, and just sort of let the watercolor do its thing. I've made videos before showing that process. Okay, so my second try, I made this lovely lady, and I used Copic markers to color her in. And she has a rainbow background and a little bit of a different setting for the card panel. This is done with an embossing folder, and I only used 3 gems. But then I didn't like that it was on white cardstock. I thought, why did I put that on white cardstock? So, okay, those 2 are great. But now we're going to finish one more, and that's why I wanted to do this video, because I'm going to be using Arteza Everblend brush. Arteza water brush pens. I have the 48 pack, which I purchased by myself. And I've already started coloring in her dress. And I'm going to use the full potency of these real brush pens. Now you could apply a little bit and then add water, and then apply a little bit more and then add water, as you would a traditional watercolor. But I think the colors are so vibrant and so rich. I really wanted to make a card using the full potency of the real brush pens. So I'm going to go ahead and color in her dress, and then I'm going to pause the video and then pick up again after I have her dress colored. But I do want to say, again, this is from Unity Stamp. This is from a kit of the month from last November. The kit of the month was called Whole Lot of Lovely. And I'm not sure if that kit is still available. It had a lot of really cool images. I used to subscribe to the Unity Kit of the Month. It's a really great club to be in. They also have smaller options if you don't want to spend as much to get the larger set, and I'll show you what the larger set includes. It's a full 8.5 by 10 set of red rubber stamps. Okay, and so it has some really nice images. It has some candles and some really great sentiments, but this is where I got the lady from, and the word cheers. So you see it comes like this. You just, when you're ready, you just separate it from that. You can see that I haven't used many of the images from that kit yet, but I mean, eventually I do get around to using my supplies and my stamps. I need to just stop buying though. I guess some of us can relate to that where you see something and you're so excited and you're so drawn to it, like a new stamp or a new die, that you go ahead and get it. Well, I was subscribed to the Unity Kit of the Month, and I was subscribed to a couple other things as well, and I had to pretty much let them all go as far as my monthly subscriptions. The only thing that I'm still subscribed to on a monthly basis is the Brutus Monroe Inspiration Box, which costs $35 a month and is totally worth the value because you get a full large size stamp set every month. So I still get that. And Brutus Monroe has a couple other monthly things that you can purchase. And I am getting some of those. Like there's a stamp of the month for $8, a stencil of the month for $8, embossing powder of the month for $8. And there's a die of the month, which is a little bit more expensive, but they're full A2 size cover plate dies, and I think they're definitely worth it. So, okay, her dress is turning out nice. The bottom is a little darker than I had hoped, so I'm going to make her blouse just a little bit lighter. We'll just pretend that this is a ombre dress, one that has a lighter top than it does on the bottom. But yeah, I think it's going to be fine if I do it like this, having the two colors. It'll just, give a little bit of interest and variety to her outfit. One thing I did do, I embossed the image, and I used Brutus Monroe Raven embossing powder, and I heat set this image. This helps with going in coloring then, because the embossed areas, help to resist if you bump up against them, and prevents a bit of smudging and smearing. So I even embossed the one that I did with the Copic markers, and I know that's a big taboo thing. People don't generally do a embossed image and then follow up with coloring it with their Copics, but I did it, and it was fine. I think people are worried that it's going to ruin their nib, but I can replace the nib, and I've never had to yet as far as that goes when it comes to coloring images that are embossed with Copic. I mean, I don't take the Copic or alcohol marker directly over the area that's embossed. I basically just color like this. I go sort of around it. I do go over it a little bit, but not as much as I am going and coloring the blank space or the between the lines. So this is turning out really nice. You can see that her purple of her top is matching very nicely with the bottom. They're almost the exact same color. It's just the top's a little bit lighter, and I think that's fine. Okay, I'm going to pause it now while I finish up the fine details, and then when I come back, we will color her shoes and her little stool that she's sitting on. Okay, so we have our little cushion seat completely colored in. Now I'm going to move my camera up just a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and color in her little drink. I'm going to pretend that she's drinking pink champagne. So I'm just going to color this pink. I remember pink champagne. I wonder if people still drink it. I'm going to go ahead and color the glass with this ice blue. I also colored her little bracelet in with pink, and then her little necklace has a heart. Now we're going to do her hair. So I'm going to try to make her be auburn. I have two different colors here. One is called wine red and one is called autumn red. So what I'll do is the outer part of her hair, I'll go and do the wine red. And then the next layer I'll do the autumn red. I'll give a couple of the locks here this darker color as well, maybe just right in here. Okay, now I'm going to go in with the autumn red. So the first color was wine red, and this is autumn red. I kind of just colored over what I just colored, so I guess it doesn't matter, but I'm certainly not the best colorist when it comes to hair. Okay. Next we need to color her skin, and the Arteza marker for like a fair colored skin, to me it's not quite what I had in mind. I'll show you. So I think it has little bit too much yellow in it. So I'm going to pull in my Copics. So this is like a little bit of a mixed media. I have E11 Barely Beige. I have R12 Light Tan Rose. And I have E32 Sand. So we'll start with the light tan rose and see if this gives us, yeah, this is sort of what I'm looking for here. I'm going to go ahead and color her fingers. She's holding the glass. And now her face. Okay, now a lot of people would do shading around her face, but I'm not that good at it yet. So I'm just going to go ahead and do a solid color. Now I'm going to go over that color with the E11 Barely Beige. At this point in the video, I decided to fast forward and just complete the coloring of the image using the same colored Copic markers that I was working with earlier. Basically just coloring in her legs, and this is the end of the coloring section, and I fast forwarded it just in the interest of time, just to speed things up a little bit and keep this moving. This next section is me trying to assemble the card. Unfortunately, it got corrupted, so it abruptly ends, but at that ending, I have placed some slides, and I'll do another voiceover and basically take you through summarizing what we've done and showing you the final product. So stay tuned for that section. Sorry about the corrupt video. Okay, this is it. We're on the home stretch here. Now it's time to assemble our final card. And as I was trying to assemble this, think of ways to put this card together, I like the way that cheers was written down this side. The only problem is I have to be careful that the lady doesn't cut off any of the word on. Hi, at this point I unfortunately had some technical difficulties with my camera, iPhone. It decided it was going to shut off. So I made some slides here to show you the finished projects, all 3 cards. And here in a second here, you'll see them in order. And I would like to know which one you think is the nicest. This one is number 1. That's the one with the watercolor pencils. This is number 2 with the Copic and other alcohol markers. And this one is number 3 with the Arteza real brush pens. This is card number 1 made with Arteza watercolored pencils. This is card number 2 made with Copic and alcohol markers. And number 3 made with Arteza real brush pens. Thanks everyone for watching the video. Let me know which card is your favorite. Please consider subscribing to the channel if you aren't a subscriber already, and click the thumbs up if you like the video. I will be having a big giveaway when I reach 500 subscribers, and I'm almost there. I have about 50 more to go. So please stay tuned for some good prizes coming up in the future. Again, thanks for watching and hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.